Hi there. In the previous video, we have gone through connecting to your server, ordering a VPS on Kinda Group, and then test it out and connect through your local PC using the Linux Bash for Windows, connecting into your remote server. So now, we will gonna create SSH keys so that you can log in without password and just easily switch off to any remote server that you have from your local PC. So to start, let's jump into your terminal or your Linux Bash system here on Windows. This is mine. What's going on here? Let's clear this one out. So I'm assuming you already have created or installed your Ubuntu Linux Bash subsystem for Windows, which is we have discussed in the previous videos, and I've appended some additional notes here that we can use for this video. So here, let's see. So this one, connect via. So there are a ton of ways to do it, but I will discuss all from the easier to the manual way. So there are three here that I want to consider that you may want to do it. So the first thing is that this short command here, which is sometimes it's not really this one, SSH copy-id. This one is the most the shortest one, the most easier one to do. And for example, I mean, for instance, you will generate a keygen or your private and public key from your local PC and then copy it through this command ssh-copy-id to your remote server. So to your remote server, and then that's it. So but the thing for this command here on how you can copy that your public key to your remote server is sometimes it doesn't it's not available for most OS like Mac. As they said, you will have to install an application or a program on your Mac to make it available for you. So your the alternative way for that is to use this command here. So from generating your SSH keys, your private and public keys, we will gonna use this command to transfer the public key to your remote server. And the next one will be we will do the manual way, which is we will copy the content from your um your local PC, the public key from your local PC, and then we will transfer it into your remote server on the authorized keys files from the SSH folder. Okay, so start off, let's pull out our terminal here. So the first thing we want to do is to log into your, pull out your terminal, and then let's switch off to as a root user, and then add your password. Oops, sorry. I think I'm not, password is not right. So now I am logging via the root user on my local computer. So once done, then let's generate a public key and private key. But since I believe I have already made this one for myself here. Let me check. So I have this one already on my, oops, sorry. Let's go ahead and go to SSH. Okay. Wait a bit. Known host. Let me check. Known hosts. Known host. So I haven't yet, I believe. I'm not sure though. But I guess I've already created this one before. Maybe it's on my my user account. Let's try to switch off to my user. And CLS LA and cd.ssh ls. Yeah, that's probably it. This is the one that I've made before. So what I did is that I created already a private key, which is this one, within my user account. My what do you call this one? My super user account. I believe it's not super user. Let's just make it a simpler. Just user. My user Mawix, and as root, I haven't made one. So to make this to make the commands easier for me, and I want to use the root user, but you can use if you haven't made yet, or of course you haven't made it yet, but for me I will just use my root user to connect So let's go there, back to the user, and then clear. So on my user account, which is Mawix, I have already made one. So we will use my root user to make those private and public key and connect to my remote server, our test server. So I'm now logged in as a root within my local computer, which is using the Linux Bash subsystem for Windows. And I will be connecting to this server, which we have launched earlier, or in the previous video in our channel. So within this series, so now I'm logged in. So if you want to follow along, just do so. And now let's start generating this one. Let's use this one. So this one is the command, which is okay to use, but I'm not really sure how to explain this one though. I'll try my best. This is the command that you can generate on SSH, and then this one, I'm not sure what is this, but this one is, I believe, the name. I'm not really sure, or the type of the key, and then this one is the security. The standard one is 2048, I believe, but this one is the one that they are recommending, so we will use this at this point. So let's generate one. So enter file in which to save the key. So this will be the name of your key, your private key. You can of course create the which so of course you can create a new name for it if you want to, but we will just leave it as default, which is this one, ID underscore RSA. RSA, as I've mentioned, it's a type of key, I believe. And then let's just hit enter to proceed with the standard file name, which is ID underscore RSA. And then it will also, oops, wait, enter, and then you will be prompted to um, add a on top security, which is something like a password for this um, private key or public private key, and then or yeah, this private key, this SSH keys. So if you want to add a password, which is for me, I won't do so that if I want to log in, I won't be asked for a password anymore. It will be automatic. So let's just leave it blank and hit enter, and then hit enter again. So that's it. So here is our private key without extension, and same thing as the public key, but it has a .pub extension. So this private key will be saved within this will be the ID or the key within your local computer, the one that we are using right now, which is Samsung i7, my computer. And the one that, and if you have follow along with me here, um, this will be the one that it's in your computer as well. This is not the one that you have generated. So this is the one without the extension .pub, and this one with an extension of that pub. This is the one that we will gonna copy into the remote server that you wanted to get access with. So this is the only one. You don't have to generate another one unless you want to do so. Create a lot of public key whatsoever. But I believe we only have to create one because these two are um like a partner. So you won't be able to connect your private key to a different public key. I'm not really sure though, but this is enough to copy into another remote server. Let's say you have 100 servers. So this is the one that you will have to paste into to the remote server so that your local computer, this Samsung i7 computer, you can log in into the server that you have copied this public key into without password. But of course, if you have added a passphrase, you will have to add that password or passphrase whenever you log in. That's why we have leave it blank. So now we're ready to copy it. So how do you copy it? So the easiest way is to do this command ssh-copy-id. But first you wanna replace this demo that I've used before with the server IP that you are trying to connect into your remote server. And then the if your server if you have modified your port number for your SSH, your port, if you have modified that for security, which we do on Kinty Group, then you will have to use this command as well. Okay, so oops, just copy it and then. But if you're but as I've said, this is only um mandatory, or this is only useful if you have modified your port. But if not, if you're using the standard 20, port 22, then you don't have to add this one. You just have to erase it and then just use that. So once done, let's just clear this out and let's copy the public key to the this server here. So it's now installed. Copying, attempting to log in with the new keys to filter out that you're already installed. Remain to be installed if you're prompted now. This is new keys. So now the I mean, the remote server is asking for its password. So the password is this one. So let's add a password. I've added it through clicking the the right mouse. I'm not sure what the term is. Right, just use right. I just did right click on my mouse. Okay, and then hit enter to paste my password. Now, number of keys added 1. Now try logging into the machine with SSH root and check to make sure that only the keys you wanted were added. Okay, so now actually This SSH the terminal also have educated us that this will be the one that how we connect to our server. So let's copy this. So this is how we connect. It told us to use this to connect. Now we can connect through this. I'll just use this one to connect. Okay, this is the method because this is what I do. This is what I use as a method actually. But now I know that there is an updated method for it, which is cool, right? So let's copy that one. Wait a bit. Let's copy this as well into my note. Let's also do this one because I always copy it so that I can remember all of those the methods. So here, so let's try now. So this will be the port instead of this, but we'll still try to do this one if we can connect through it. Let's try it one. So let's go and try. It did work, right? So let's try to exit and then clear it out and use the one that the terminal told us to do so to use. And oops, wait a bit, I believe I missed something. Let's screw it. Let's try to, maybe this is, I missed this one. Wait a bit. Sorry. Let's try this one again. It's clear. I think this works, right? This now works. Oh, it works. So I guess that's the easiest way to copy the public key into your remote server. Now, in the next video, we will do the other method, which is this command here. So thank you for watching and see you next time.